Well, it looks like I'm not going to be able to go visit the Vista House this time. Seems everything's getting worked on during the summer months. Really kind of shitty. Well, we're here at Multnomah Falls. We tried to go up to Crown Point, but of course it's summertime, so that's when they all decide to do these works. That's Multnomah Falls here, and you can tell they're having a drought because I've never seen such little water coming over the falls in all my 60 years. So we're just kind of skipping these places we were hoping to stop off and look at because they're not what they used to be. Sad to say. Here we go over the Bridge of the Gods, crossing the Columbia River back into Washington. Iron Grate Bridge. It's a pretty narrow area of the Columbia here. Beautiful. Going over
to Washington.
Yeah, entering Stevensville, Washington. Ta-da! Here we are, back in Washington again.
Take the next right onto Washington 14 East.
Okay. Now we're on the Washington side. Here we go!
Continue on Washington 14 East for 1.5 miles.
Here we are at the Columbia Gorge Museum. It looks pretty large. Lots of things out here in front. All kinds of logging history and that to look at. So let's kind of roam around the outside here first. We have a really old logging truck. I've never seen one like this before. This is pretty interesting. Kind of reminds me of a flatbed logging truck I used to drive when I worked for a lumber company in high school. There's an old train down there and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, let's look around. It's sad that so many places like this just don't have guaranteed physical money from the state governments going to keep these well taken care of, and the history just seems to fade out. They sure as hell know how to take taxes and stuff them in their own political pockets, but taking care of our history, it's not high on the politicians' list. This is an interesting looking thing. What is it? An outhouse? A bus stop? Let's check this out. Oh, what do we have here? A pillbox. Yeah, there's a lot of World War II history and Lewis and Clark history down here. It's a shame our governments can't allocate money to keep these well taken care of rather than fill their pockets and their buddies. And here's another view of the Columbia Gorge Museum. Trying to hold this and not fall over at the same time. As you can see, it's a huge museum. Here we have old turn-of-the-century wagons of all types. The history they could tell. The history we'll lose when they're gone. Because modern society doesn't respect history, but wants to change it to their own story. Well, we're at the Columbia River Gorge Museum here in Semi-Nomads County, right along the Columbia. You can look over there and see it, and then the hills and mountains across our Oregon. But the other Columbia Gorge Museum we're gonna stay at is farther east, upriver on the Columbia. I did talk to the lady here that was inside. They don't open until 10. Cost $10 to get in, $8 if you're old like me, and if you're a veteran, you get another discount. But anyway, she said that the Columbia Gorge Museum, the other one we're going to, farther east up the Columbia, may not be open because of smoke damage interior-wise from all the forest fires they're having around here this time of year. So I'm not sure what we're going to see there. So we're going to go in and check this one out here, because this looks pretty interesting. Well, the dogs are fine. I'm parked in the shade. So they're opening up about now. So we're going to go check out this museum. And then we're heading back down east up the Columbia to the other large museum and seeing if that's open or not. And whether or not it's open, we have reservations to stay there as a Harvest Host guest. So yeah, these trips are always interesting. I tell you, you can plan the best you can, and boy, I tell you, you never know what you're going to find when you actually get there. Well, I gotta water and feed the dogs, and then we're heading in. This museum is something else. It's got history of Semi-Nomads County and the Columbia River. And there's been Russians and people of all nationalities and descents that have come and built their lives here. And this is I guess, the largest collection of rosary beads there are, maybe in this state. I don't know who the heck collected them, but there's hundreds and hundreds. Now, I don't understand this because I'm not a Catholic, but man, I didn't know there were so many. I thought there was just a string of beads and that's all. But there are all kinds of styles, beads, shapes, sizes, everything you can imagine. Whoever made it, whatever they wanted. Just amazing. Oh, well, I got some sad news for you guys. Here at the Columbia Gorge Museum, I went in and talked to the lady and asked her about the other Columbia River Museum we're heading to, farther east up the Columbia on the Oregon side. Looked it up and contacted them and said, yep, the museum there is closed for now because of interior smoke damage. That's why I took a little bit longer here in this museum, which is just great. I love it. Lots of history here about the fur trade in this area, and Hudson Bay Company and Russians and all kinds of things that went around here in the 1800s. So we're gonna hang out here. I'm having some strawberries and I think it's mango slices for lunch, and then we're gonna cruise on down to the next place to stop and settle in for the rest of the day and the night. But we're gonna head on and go to our next location where we'll stay for the night. But it looks like this video is going to be all about this museum instead of the one we were hoping to see. But for all of you out there, please enjoy these videos, please enjoy these clips, read the signs that accompany my photos, and learn about what they don't teach you in school anymore. Learn our history, Pacific Northwest history. Okay? Alright, I gotta take care of the girls here. I'll see you at the next stop.